Well, it's the return of the man van. If you guys don't remember, I took this thing to Sweet Peas off-road races, and it did horribly. I ended up getting rolled over by a Chrysler Sebring. It was slow as hell, like legitimately the slowest vehicle there. I came dead last. I think it's a mixture of being super heavy, having really crappy tires, no traction, and all my suspension braking. And, well, the rim did get bent underneath, but that was in the finals. I was even slow in the heat. So, if you take a look, this tire is sitting really, really low, and it's because I blew the strut out of it. Now, we had a Mazda 3 that we sent to scrap, so I kept the springs out of the Mazda 3. So we're going to jack this thing up and try to see if we can replace the Mazda 5 struts with the Mazda 3 struts. I think we can do it. We're going to also make it so that it's a little bit lighter for this one. We're going to take the mirror off. We're going to take the hatch off. We might leave the hatch. We're definitely going to get rid of this airbag so I can see. But I don't know what it is about this car, but it kills batteries. If you leave a battery in this thing overnight, it's dead in the morning. But what we're going to do is we're going to jack it up, assess the amount of damage done to this thing, and hopefully we can get going to race it again. It's going to be going to an off-road race again, and really don't know the name of it. It's just a backyard kind of bash thing. I want to call it Rivers Race, but I know it's not Rivers Race. But we'll see what's going on. Let's get this thing jacked up so we have an idea of how bad everything is underneath this van. Well, I think I found the issue with this strut. The string snapped in 1, 2 places, and then the whole body was just kind of rubbing against the bottom of the strut tower, blowing it apart. And then I spent 20 minutes trying to get this bolt out, and I couldn't because I guess it was damaged by the spring. And it's bent. So that's garbage. And we have it all apart. And all we can do now is pretty much put the Mazda 3 one in. I'm really hoping it fits. Like, we did have to use the torch underneath here, but not a whole heck of a lot. Just to get that last bolt out. As you can still see, everything here seems to be pretty good. A little bit of damage on the frame from where the strut blew out, tire rubbing. Strut tire, look at all the damage up there from that spring. But let's try to put the Mazda 3 one in, and we'll put this all back together. And then we might even just look at this side, because what's it look like? No, it looks all together. This side here wasn't banging as bad as the other side. I might put better tires on it, smaller ones. I'm not sure. But lots of work to do. Got to be ready by tomorrow. One of my biggest complaints about that Mazda last time I took it off-road racing is I had no traction. When I say I had no traction, I couldn't turn, I couldn't accelerate, I couldn't brake, I couldn't really do anything. And I put some knobby tires onto it thinking that they would help, but they didn't. So I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to go with a little bit smaller tires, because the first year I rev right out, and as soon as I went to second, I would pretty much just bog it. So the tires were a little big, I will give it that. These tires have sat outside the lane all summer. But these tires are off of, they're soaking my shop. They are off of that half-ton truck Sandy was going to do me. So, reusing what I have, because I don't come across very many 16-inch tires. So these are basically the tires I took. They were half-decent snows, but they just got so filled up with mud that they didn't do anything good. Now what I'm hoping is that I'm going to go down the side and I'm going to use these more aggressive, I believe these are all seasons, if not super street tire kind of thing. I honestly don't know what they're off of. I think they're just a half-decent, aggressive summer tire, and they have bigger gaps between the treads. So what I'm kind of hoping is that the mud will clean itself out, and I'll hopefully be able to turn and stop. So that's my goals. We're going to put them on and see how we can do. Put a lot of pressure into these tires, and that's not really the best for mud. So what I'm really hoping is that we don't take the tires off the beads. By keeping the tires on the beads, we kind of keep moving. So I'm hoping for like 60 psi in these buggers. There we go. That is the second tire done. Because we're going to be in so much mud, might even put a nice valve core stem into that, cover into that. Got to keep the mud out of the rim as long as we can. So let's get this one put on. I already got driver's side put on. Well, I got the 2 new tires on, all nice and grippy. I got new suspension in this corner. I cut out the airbag. I put a cool racing stripe on the car. Cut off some of the rear bumper because I don't want super amounts of trash left behind. Let's see if I can close this. There we go. I put a secondary windshield wiper on it because everybody broke mine off at the last event. We got 2 tires on it. Look at that. Look at the play in that. Air in the back tires. We got a new little bit more of a red line paint job on it. Oh, that's right. You gotta close the door. There you go. We got booster cables just in case we need a boost. We got chains just in case we need a tow. And I have a GoPro in here, but I need 2 people to help me mount it. Cut the bumper back so that way pieces don't fall off. Still got the license plate on her because she's still straight legal. Alright, let's get her loaded up and ready for tomorrow. So we're all loaded up now. All we got to do is strap the car down. Strap the tank down because this is going to a buddy's house over by it. He needs a new burn pit, so he's going to use this. Got to tie the car down, and then we're ready to go. I got to bring a good set of booster cables and battery charger with me. This van killed batteries. I have no idea why. But we're all loaded up, ready to go. Just have to get her chained down, and we're going to have a great weekend, hopefully. Some fun. Don't really care if we win because there's no prize for first. Just going to have a great time. So thanks for watching, guys, and the Mazda van is still alive, still a piece of crap, and we're going to hopefully wreck it. Maybe I might even get rolled again. See you guys back here tomorrow.